Hey everybody, got another build here for you. This is the X-11, or basically it's the carbon fiber neck guitar version 2.0 with the carbon fiber replaced with aluminum bar stock. Let's see, so specs on this thing. It's got an aluminum angle stock neck, like originally used on the X9. It's got a rosewood fretboard. The body is made out of bubinga, and it's a minimalist design like I've been using forever. Since before the X1 actually. It's got the Steinberger bridge like on the X4, which is probably the best choice for trim in a no-head. And no-heads have better weight distribution in general. It's got a high output quad rail. This thing tips the scales at almost 18 kilo-ohms and about 8.5 henries. So it's definitely hot. And it's got the single swinging bar for the leg bar and the strap bar, as seen on the X6. On this one, it actually uses two different positions for the thumb screw. It uses down here for when you're setting it up as a leg bar, and then if you want to go the stored position here, uses this upper hole, and then over here for the strap bar also uses the upper hole. So yeah, let me go ahead and put that in there so it doesn't fall apart. So yeah, alright, rest of the specs here. Good thing it doesn't really like stand up. I was thinking of making a little stand for it just so that it would stand up straight. It just needs a little something underneath it. Really what you do is you do this, and that way it stands up. Okay, so let's see specs. What do we got here? Steinberger bridge, high output quad rail, single leg strap, leg and strap bar, leg bar and strap bar that swings. It's got a flat fretboard like on a classical guitar, so it's even flatter than a 20-inch radius fretboard, and it's 25.5-inch scale leg, so Fender scale leg, and it's 24 fret. Uses string through headstock, and then it uses the guide pins and a brass knife edge nut, basically, or you could call it a 0 fret if you wanted to, I guess. The neck is actually a bolt-on. As you can see, I should have had more wood out here, but this is how long a piece I had to work with, so. And a little bit is chipped off here at the end. The neck is a bolt-on, and it uses the wood insert here for the screws to go into, and the wood insert clamps the neck down to the body. And you make these holes a little bit on the large side, first so that the screws fit easily through, and secondly so that you can tilt it this way in order to get it parallel with the body, since the bottom of the neck is not flat and it doesn't naturally want to go parallel. And let's see, that's the bolt-on neck. let's see, it's got, on the no-head designs, I was putting a bracket on the top for hanging. And on this one, what I did is I went ahead and just integrated the bracket into the end of the peg hole hanger bracket into the end of the neck itself. So you can just, and it's got a nice big hole on it so you can hang it on a big old nail on the wall, kind of a thing, real simple. Let's see. Bolt on neck. With same thing with all the builds, it's got the dual strap locks going on. The guitar itself, it weighs only 3 pounds. 3 pounds even. It's incredibly light. And all the weight is right here at the bridge. It's all right here at the bridge, basically. So the center of balance on the guitar is like just maybe the middle pickup position. So yeah, the thing is very lightweight. It's got, you know, great ergonomics, great balance. It sits just where you want when you're seated and playing. It hangs just where you want when you're standing and playing. So in that respect, it works great. Now, downsides that I've noticed. This was also really easy to do. I had the fretboard off of the old piece of carbon fiber, which is sitting over there, and cleaned up, and had this piece of aluminum cut and drilled and sanded, and had the whole thing glued up, and already had one string on it by the end of yesterday. And I finished and shot the video for the carbon fiber build yesterday. So I just finished this thing up today. And I also went ahead and leveled the frets on it and polished all the frets on it as well, once I got it onto the aluminum neck. And everything on it is working great. You know, the action's correct, the intonation's correct, saddle height and adjustment, everything is all correct. So yeah, very pleased, no problems, no issues. It doesn't have a depth pick guard on it yet. I just didn't put one on. I was just replacing the neck for now, and I hadn't really thought about that before. It's not like I got a big chunk of bubinga I can stick in there, which would be the preferred option since the rest of the body's made of bubinga. So, and the only other thing is, I noticed when I was playing it and testing it after I finished building it, is that when you're playing it, you're running your thumb up and down the neck here, and you end up getting a groove in your thumb. And so it turns out that this neck profile really just isn't as comfortable as the trapezoid profile that I've been doing on the wood necks. So while this is actually lighter weight and maybe a different profile piece of aluminum stock would you know, be more comfortable, I think for the moment, you know, this costs basically the same thing as buying a neck off of eBay, about $35. Of course, here you're getting 24 frets, and there you're only getting 22. And you just got to step up a few more dollars for a 24 fret. But since it's about a wash, and carving the neck might be easier than fretting the fretboard, as far as putting a trapezoid carve on a stock neck. So that might be a better option from that respect. But definitely, as far as like comfort goes, I think I'd have to give the nod to the trapezoid over this hard V type profile, because this thing definitely is. It's hard. Well, it's a sharp angle. Obviously, it's hard because it's aluminum, but yeah, it's a sharp angle. So it looks like going forward, I'm going to be doing wood trapezoid necks. They weigh just a little bit more, but it's not a real significant thing if you're doing like a tail tuner or a no-head design, so it's not a big deal. So, and that works out good because this was the last of my aluminum stock anyway, so. And I still got a couple fretboards, so I guess I'm going to have to make some wood necks next. But that'll be another build. So until the next build, this is the X-11, and everybody have a good one.